Morning everyone, almost afternoon. It's a dark, dreary, gross day outside. I had a local guy, I don't know him, drop off 3 saws. They are all ported, which is exciting because I never ever had anything to do with a ported saw. Always just ran stock saws. Always had to leave the screens in the exhaust for, you know, safety reasons. Your spark arrestor screen, which takes away from your performance. I've never ever ran a ported saw in my life. Seen lots of them on the internet. Lots of people run them now. Lots of people seem to want to run them. For me, it's wouldn't be a thing because of the way the muffler is. You know, I've started fires in the summer with just my saws from the exhaust, just around the stump. You know, when you're cutting around the stump, the heat and whatever, if it's too dry, I've started little fires. Always kept the, you know, you always keep your back tank handy and whatever for those reasons. But anyway, that's the reason I have never ran. One of the reasons I have never ran, and the other reason is I just clearly haven't gotten an opportunity. So this is going to be fun. I'm just going to show you them. So you saw me filing them up here. That was another day, but I wanted to get them all ready to go for the way I like them filed. And Ben actually did a really nice job on them. Here we have a 550 HUSQVARNA 18-inch bar, 325 pitch, I believe, and a Makita 7301. Never ever in my life have seen one of these saws. Dolmar, I believe, makes them, or they're made from Dolmar. Makita must have put their name on them. So this Makita saw is a 73cc saw. Ported. I believe it's a 24-inch bar on this saw. Really no need for bars this long here, but this is what he sent me the saw with, so I'm going to run it that way. 3/8 pitch chain on this saw, and yeah, sounds like an animal. I can hardly wait to get it out and try it out. Then this little fella, this little Echo, look at this little baby. This is a 25cc saw, CS2511 TN it's called, 25cc. Top handle, arborist saw, for doing arborist work. He also has this one ported. Yeah, so this is what we're playing with today. And I'm going to get them out in a decent stick and we're going to try them. So what I want to do is compare. I have my own 550 XPG. I have my own 550, so I want to get it right in tip-top condition. I pulled the spark arrestor screen out to give it a little chance in life with his saw. And this is just a 16-inch 3/8 pitch chain on the 550. It's all filed up, ready to go. I just want to give it a little clean, the air breather a little clean, blown out to maximize its performance. This saw here is basically a new saw. I hardly have any hours on it at all. Still got the original chain on it from when I bought it new. So there's the 550, stock 550. This one's an XPG, all heated handles is a G. All my saws have heated handles. It's ready to go. We're going to compare it to his 550 that's ported. So something Ben asked me to do is to compare. He saw that I had a 572 XP G, meaning heated handles. He wanted me to compare his 73cc saw, his Makita ported saw, with my 572 stock saw. So we're going to give it every chance we can get by cleaning the air filter and giving it a good going over. I have to file this one yet. So to get back to these ported saws, this fellow Ben, I have no idea, I never met him in my life. He just brought these saws to me, saw my videos, brought these saws to me. Wanted me to put them to the test to see what I thought of them. I've got a lot of years experience running saws, so he wanted to bring these saws to me to try them out, and I can hardly wait. I got those ones all filed up, as you saw, but I'm going to give this 572 one quick little file just to be sure it's where I want it, and then make sure it's cutting to its maximum capability. So back to Ben. Just wanted to give him a little toot. Ben's Custom Saw Repair. He's central Nova Scotia, Colchester County. Any of you guys that are interested in getting a saw ported, Ben's Custom Saw Repair. That's his Facebook group, or his Facebook account. Now, I showed this, just a little filing etiquette. I showed this in one of my other videos. I'm going to take the rakers down, a couple of rubs on this one. Kind of getting sidetracked here. I'm going to show you the other thing I do to make this chain cut top performance. Okay, that's a couple of rubs on one side all the way around. If you thin the drag link this way, on this side of your chain, or on this side of your link, if you thin it by a couple of rubs, thin the side of it, it's going to make that corner bite a little harder, a little more aggressive. Don't take much off. This is a chain's probably not quite half wore out, so I don't want to be too aggressive. I feel like I need to do this to be anywhere as close to the way these saws are going to run. This is going to be fun. So am I cheating a little, Ben? Yeah. But this is something I do anyways. This is my normal firewood saw. This is something I do. It's amazing what kind of a difference this will make if you try this at home. I only do this, thin the drags on my saw I use for junking firewood. My saws I use for working in the woods with, I don't do this too. We don't need them that aggressive. You need a good safe cutting chain when you're swinging a saw, limbing. Anyway, I'm good. I'm all the way around. You know what? I think I'm going to do this to Ben's saw. Thin the drags. So I found an issue with this chain after I put it on here and filed it, Ben's chain. And I can't do anything about it. One link right there. It's the best I can do. Stop moving the camera. It's chipped bad. It's not going to do a thing. So even though this chain has one tooth that is HUSQVARNA, you're going to hear it probably jittering a little bit in the stick. You know, a little bit going down through the stick. But it is still going to cut. It's just not going to be quite as smooth as it should be. But for what we're doing today, it shouldn't affect it too badly. Although we need them cutting to their maximum capability to show you guys what bend saws can do. Anyway, we're all the way around. We have got a little break in the weather. To the woodpile. Okay, I wasn't going to do this with that little top handle saw. I'm going to go get mine. Mine's a 40cc saw, and I don't think it'll cut that one. We'll see though. We'll see the difference. Let's just compare it either way. Let's compare it to see if it's what the difference is. 40cc versus a 25cc ported. I think it's going to be neat. I'm going to compare that little 25cc Echo with a 40cc 540 top handle saw. It's the only thing I got to compare it to. Even if it cuts the same, that's a huge compliment to Ben's saw. So we're just going to try it and see what the difference is. Do a time trial like we did the other ones and go from there. So I guess what I wanted to say about these two saws, these two little saws sitting side by side, 40cc, 25cc, the size difference, the weight difference is half with the little 25 Echo, cc Echo. So if you're up hanging in a tree doing arborist work, and you got Ben's little 25cc Echo versus a stock 40cc HUSQVARNA. They're both light saws anyways, but Ben's is cutting every bit as fast as that 40cc saw, HUSQVARNA. The little Echo, the little Echo that could. Nice little saw. Good work, Ben. Okay, today is another new day, day 3 of trying to get this video done. Ran into some technical difficulties yesterday, and then we got rained out. I got to do two of Ben's saws over again. The footage didn't work out, so we are going to do it today. And I have my trusty little mini lanky logger helping me today, so she's going to do the footage. Here we go. Ben has dropped these saws off for me to do, so we're going to try his ported saws. And he also wanted me to compare it to my 372 XPG Husky stock saw. So we're going to do some cuts on this log that we have left, and go from there, see what the performance is. And before I put these saws into the stick, I'm going to let you know these saws are already going to be warmed up and ready to go. So they're all warmed up and ready to cut when you see them cut. That saw works really good. The only difference I'll say is we do have one bad tooth, like I showed earlier on this. It's maybe not cutting as good as my 572, but for an older saw that Ben ported here, as you can see in these red pine cutoffs, it really works good. Nice work, Ben. I like that. These 572s, they work really well. Even though if it's close, it still shows what difference it makes with a ported saw. Okay, now we got Ben's 550 Husky ported, filed up to my liking anyway. Really, from my experience yesterday with this saw, the footage didn't turn out, but from my experience yesterday with this saw, I was really impressed with it. Now, hard to tell, I'm a bit of a husky guy anyways, but this saw really performs. He did a really nice job on this one. That saw works really nice. I could do this all day with that saw. Really impressed with that saw, Ben. Good work on that one. If you're interested in what Ben did to these saws, you can reach out to him. Ben's Custom Saw Repair on Facebook. And, you know, he's got his Facebook site shows all kinds of different saws that he has and has played with and poured it and whatever. So have a look at Ben's Facebook site, Ben's Custom Saw Repair. I really like this saw. If I were going to do, I would think about getting my little stock one done. I would think about it because I guarantee you this little 550 and a 562 stock Husky would be probably very comparable. These are a lighter saw, and you can get a lighter saw that performs better than a 562. It's just it might be a better way to go. I guess closing out with this video, I want to thank Ben for bringing these saws to me, the three saws, the little Echo, his Makita, and his Husky, little 550 Husky. I don't know Ben. He just reached out to me and brought the saws. He's not far from my place, central Nova Scotia here. Like I said, if you want to reach out to him, if you're interested in getting a saw poured it, as far as I'm concerned, Ben's your man. And Ben's Custom Saw Repair. He's got his own Facebook site. Check him out. Signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you to my camera lady. See ya.